We're back now at 8:20 this morning, and it is race season across South Louisiana. And one of the big spring races in our area has been the Crescent City Classic 10K, a race that's been going on for more than 40 years. But because of the pandemic, this year's race is going to look a little different than years past. Joining us this morning is race director Eric Stewart. Good morning to you, sir. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Jaron. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I say this year is going to look a little different than years past, but it's actually going to look a lot like last year because last year's race was virtual as well. I remember this being really one of the first big events that took on a virtual format. What can folks expect this year?
So a little bit different than last year. We learned a lot last year on how to put on a virtual race. And one of the biggest highlights this year is you'll find an application that we have called RaceJoy. And what RaceJoy is a GPS system that it's actually an app you put on your phone, and it'll track you through wherever you're running your 6.2 miles for the Classic. It'll tell you just past mile 1, mile 2, and so on. And it'll tell you when you finish the race, and it'll allow you to automatically upload your results into our database of results.
What's really cool about a virtual race is, of course, you can do it from wherever you are. Of course, we're missing that run through New Orleans into City Park there in the Crescent City, but you can really do this anywhere. And you guys have actually provided some routes that folks can, suggested routes that folks can run next week while this Classic is taking place.
That's correct. So we're allowing you to run from April 1st to April 5th this year. So any one of those days you can go out there and get your run in. You can do it anywhere, on a levee, in a park, in your neighborhood, but there are a number of courses that we've come up with. And I think some in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, in fact, that are out on the website, which will give you a 6.2 mile course if you just want to try something different.
And registration is open right now. Even though it is a virtual race, you can do it between that April 1st and April 5th period along any route. You still can sign up to register, and we know a lot of that money goes back into local organizations across South Louisiana.
It's a great point, Jaron. We have 17 local charities this year that will be the beneficiaries of the Crescent City Classic. You can run for charity, and we encourage people to run for charity. Pick one of our 17, go out and run for them, and all you have to do is raise $100 to meet your commitment for that charity in a time when those charities most desperately need the money.
And really quickly, in the little time that we have left with you, how can folks learn more about this year's virtual race and sign up and register if they're interested?
Yeah, so you can go to ccc10k.com, 10k.com. There's a virtual CCC button in the middle of the web page. Just press that. It'll take you through the entire registration process, whether you want to run as a regular racer or as a charity racer.
Sounds good, and we're going to have that link posted on our website, beourproud.com. Eric Stewart, thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jaron. I appreciate your time.
Absolutely.